prosecution would like to call Lauren Wilkins to the stand. Please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Please state your name for the record.
Lorraine Wilkins.
And how old are you?
19 years old.
Your occupation is?
I work as a cashier at Boston Groceries.
And did you work anywhere else before this?
Right after high school, I worked at a quick sell convenience store and another quick convenience store after that.
Please elaborate on your experience there.
Well, it was fine until an incident occurred.
Incident? Please elaborate.
Well, one day a man came and robbed me at gunpoint, and I gave him all the money, but he still shot me twice.
And with such a traumatic experience, there must have been money, an abundance of hospital bills. How did you pay for these?
Well, I got another job.
And please explain about this job.
Well, it didn't pay so well, so I regrettably took money from the safe to get a car to get another job that paid better.
Okay, and after such a traumatic experience as getting shot twice in the face, what did you do in order to defend yourself or to protect yourself?
I bought a vehicle car.
And on the night of November 15, 2009, what events, what occurred for you to shoot Stephen Barnes with this gun?
Well, Stephen Barnes and the defendant came in that night, and they stayed, Metropolitan stayed to talk to Susan Nixon that was already there. And as he was talking to her, Stephen Barnes came up to me and started yelling slurs, saying that the chickens were too greasy and skinny. And I told him he didn't have to eat it, but he just kept on yelling at me. And I looked over his shoulder and I saw Metropolitan raise his shirt up, and I saw a butt of a gun at his waistband. That's when I started reaching for my gun. And that's when Stephen Barnes pulled his out and pointed at me and said, "Give it up or you're dead."
And when Stephen Barnes said, "Give it up or you're dead," what went through your head? How did this make you feel?
I was terrified. I remember the traumatic experience I had where the last man around me said, "Give it up as well." So I was scared.
And after you heard this, you shot Stephen Barnes, is that correct?
I shot him 3 times.
Okay, and at any point before shooting Stephen Barnes, did you realize that the guns were fake?
Only after when they hit the floor.
And you wouldn't have shot Stephen Barnes had you known the guns were fake?
No, I only shot him 7 times.
Okay, and how did you feel right before shooting Stephen Barnes?
I feared for my life.
No further questions, Your Honor. Okay. No. Your Honor.
This is state rep. Prosecuting first. Okay.
The defense would like to call Susan Nixon.
My big brother, he cared for me. Did any feelings develop between the two of you? Yes, like I said before, I thought that I became in love with him. And on the night of November 15, 2009, when you saw him enter the Boston Roasters, you were glad to see him?
I was surprised. I hadn't spoken to him in a while.
So while you were speaking to him, catching up, you said in your deposition that you saw him send a text message.
Yes, I did see him send a text message.
Did you see who the text message was for?
No, I did not.
Did you see what the text message said?
No.
So in reality, you cannot be 100% sure that he did, in fact, try to stop Stephen Barnes with a text message. Is that correct?
Well, yes, I do know now.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
And in your statement, you said that that Mitchell Pullman did, in fact, try to tell Lauren Wilkins that the guns were fake. Is that
I did
correct?
tell her, yes.
And when he said and I quote, "These are fake guns, he's only kidding." You said that you had barely heard the word, "he's only kidding," before she shot Stephen Barnes. Is that correct?
He said the word kidding.
Okay. But you said that he barely said it before you heard the shot. So in reality, she couldn't have had time to react to this. Is that correct?
I have no
Yes
idea.
or no question?
I have no idea.
And once Detective Roberts arrived at the scene, you offered him help identifying the other assailant?
I tried to speak to Detective Roberts, but he would not speak
That's
to
a
me.
yes or no question. Did you offer to identify Mitchell Poland?
Yes.
And when Detective Roberts was taking you to Mitchell Poland's house, you sent Mitchell Poland a text message warning him that you were on the way there?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
For the next one, I have from the state Karina. You also had good questions. They were nice, open-ended questions, and you had good poise and good command up there. You seemed really confident. You all seemed really confident.
That is freaking out.
Really? I could have tell at all. And I noticed this goes for everybody, but I think almost everybody didn't use notes when they went up there. They either had no notes or had the notes but didn't rely on them, which is good because it seemed really natural. But it was still really organized, which was really good. And then, okay, Santiago, the witness.
How you doing?
You did a really good job as a witness. I like the outfit.
Thank you.
You seem real authentic. And you were convincing. And then the French Cross with Christina. You were confident, and you did a good job exposing the weaknesses and a good job with it.